Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of December, including late November 2023. Pisces, we are in the season of Sagittarius, the element being fire, so lots of action, positivity, and forward moving energy. You are in your 10th house, which is the house of legacy, how you see yourself in the world. What do you want? How do you want to be seen? What contributions are you making in your community or in the wider world as it is? So, and we all have an aspiration of that somehow or another, don't we? So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. So the energy around is the Queen of Wands. So very much about creativity. This 4 weeks, Pisces, creativity reigns. And that's the way, it's just, people think creativity is making things or stuff like that. But for me, it's more like how you address things in your life, like how you deal with stuff is creative. Are you sort of a person that goes, oh, I can't do it, but you find a way, problem, solution, that kind of thing is creativity. The way you live, for example, is creativity. Okay, so Queen of Wands is all about that creativity, very female energy, very nice energy actually. Pisces, to just get things done, you know, be active in what you want happening this month. Don't be sitting there just going, oh no, hang on, I've just got to fix this a bit. Don't be just sitting there thinking, oh, I won't deal with it, I won't do anything about it. It's Queen of Wands, she gets stuff done at all costs, actually. So it's a strong, moving forward female energy. So where you are right now, Four of Pentacles. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to absolutely, something inside you? Now this Four of Pentacles, is all about hanging on to things when we really should let them go. And it's sort of a hang on so tight that, it sort of blocks you in a way. It's a blockage card. So the alternative to hanging on, of course, is the opposite, which is you just let go of it, whatever it is, and see how the cards fall, see what happens, especially if it's something where you're just thinking, oh, I can't do that. Better hang on to what I've got. And it can include your money too. It's like people that hang on to money, it's almost a miserly card where you just hang on. And I think some of us do that, and just, afraid to let go and spend because you won't have enough. You won't have enough. It's that kind of energy, but try letting go of whatever it is, and Pisces, exactly what it is. So let's see what's influenced that to happen, and indeed the rest of the reading. Two of Cups. So the soulmate energy, the connection. And it can also be your connection to something you really love doing, a passionate energy. And, because we've got the Queen of Wands here, it's all about that creative sort of energy too. How do you sort of fix that? How do you creatively let go of whatever? But it's about, I'm getting here, it's sort of about very close soul connections that you may have. There may be a bit of trouble there where you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, but we'll move on with the reading before we sort of make any decisions or cast any aspersions on how it's going to work out. Let's go to the background and see what was going on in October, November in Scorpio time. And we had the King of Cups. So it's actually talking about, I'm getting now, this is about a relationship, and your relationship to this King of Cups, this person, male energy, obviously, very sort of, it's like he's got an emotional ice block sitting in his soul that needs to melt, because he kind of emotionally, a lot of men, they don't approach emotions like the females do. They just don't. And there's no way around trying to creatively make them do it, because that's just not their way of operating, I guess you'd say. But the King of Cups actually doesn't need to be like, it can just talk about a male person in your sphere that, you know, you're very close to, obviously, with the Two of Cups, that has got this emotional blockage there. But I'm thinking you're the one that needs to sort of just let go of that and let it be, because that's for him to sort of sort out. That's what I'm getting, because he is deep. King of Cups is deep. He can be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, and those guys particularly. But it's not necessarily about the zodiac sign they're in. It's about, you know, how they process the emotional stuff. So you may well be living with this sort of thing. Recent influences, and we have the Eight of Cups, so just walk away from it for a while. And indeed, anything at the moment that, you know, is causing you that stress and trying to sort of work out how to deal things. Pisces, you're very intuitive people. Just leave it, you know, maybe leave it be for a little bit. Just let it go and focus on other things that you can do creatively, and just worry about what you're doing, I'm thinking too. So the best way with the Eight of Cups is just to leave it and walk away for a while. Let's see the lesson you'll be learning. And it's the Magician. So the Magician is indeed the spirit messenger, so very strong spiritual messages coming through here to sort of, in a way, he sort of says, well, it's 50% potential that you have, major card, big energy, and 50% risk. So with that, that's like everything in our life, I feel, is brought by the Magician. He brings down the spiritual lessons for us, and we've got to sort of go along with it and not subscribe to the idea that everything's going to be hunky-dory the whole time, because otherwise what's the point? You know, we'd never learn anything, we'd never move anywhere, we'd never make decisions. So this is a big energy and a big story for you, Pisces, because you're so intuitive, and it's about sort of allowing that intuition to take over rather than worrying about things. Oh, how can I fix this person, or how can I do this? Well, you just have to, sometimes it's best just to leave it for a little bit and see what comes through. Let's have a look at near future. So we're looking first week of December, and we have the Six of Swords. So already you'll find yourself moving away from this. This is the action. These minor cards are the action that you will take in order to move forward. So they're saying, well, move away from, you will move away from it in your mind. So that's a good thing, because the mind can be a terrible, torturous taskmaster for us. You know, it's just like things go on and on. Maybe things have been a bit rough, but now you can sort of leave it behind and go, oh, okay, look, let's just leave it. Let's just move on gradually up the road, and don't worry too much about obsessing about this situation. Okie dokie. So let's have a look at what's happening that you're not realising. The Star. What did I say about moving on up the road? The Star is, you know, keep moving forward. We all have to move forward. These matters are exactly how they're meant to be at the moment, Pisces. You're learning that lesson. You're learning the lesson that, you know, let's just move on. Good and bad always comes, but we learn from it. But the Star always says, have hope and faith that things will get better. But the main thing is to keep moving down, because once you stop and once you live in the past, it's like, it's excruciating, because you're constantly, you know, it's like a going around and around. It's not really doing anything, not getting anywhere. So the advice is just move on and understand that this is happening to you for a reason, okay? How others see you. This will be interesting. The King of Wands, lovely. Very much a leadership card, very creative, very much in sync with the Queen of Wands. It's about movement. This guy, you know, comes and goes. It's about being creative as well with, okay, you know, he comes and he goes, and this is the relationship, and you have your times. You travel, he stays at home, he travels, you stay at home. But it's a really positive card, I'm thinking, Pisces. So it's sort of, that's how people see you. Very creative, very... King of Wands can also be a female as well. It's quite an interesting, ambiguous card. It's the only one of the court cards that is ambiguous, male or female. But usually it's a female that makes it in a male's world. So this is how people are seeing you. So you've got no worries there at all. You are very much seen as this creative type of person, but you're still learning to let go and learning all the lessons we learn until the day we leave. Positive feelings about the reading. Two of Pentacles, things going really well. New things coming into, juggling things very well in terms of your house, your finances, your life in general on this earth, on this material plane. Things going well. Is opportunity coming in here for new things to be able to come in if you want, like another sort of sidekick job or whatever it is that you want to sort of do. But in general, very positive. Spinning your, juggling, spinning your plates in tandem. So it's a beautiful card. Okay, final outcome. Four of Cups, and then we lapse back into, the need, the wanting for more emotionally. So yeah, things can hit highs and then they go down, and then it's just like waves on the ocean. It comes, they're high, they're low, they're high, they're low. This is a card that often comes up when we need to kind of have a look at what we have got, not at what we haven't got emotionally. And sometimes we can only do what we can do for ourselves, and then other people can only do what they can do emotionally for themselves. So it's quite an interesting card. And I think we'll put one of the oracle cards on this just to clarify it, because it can be seen as a bit of a downer type of a card, Pisces. It's such an interesting reading too. I just feel like we need to look at that Four of Cups. So can you give us, please, a clarification on the Four of Cups actually? So we have movement. Oh my God. 36. Beautiful. This marker reminds you that all things change as part of the cycle of life. This may portend a physical move, or it heralds a release from restriction and waiting. Rejoice, for changes in the air and new things are about to enter your world. This puts you on notice that it's time to broaden your horizons. As you move forward on your path, you may travel to new and foreign places, but physically and inwardly, it is fortunate and timely to do so. Nothing is ever meant to be static in the ways of the living mystery. Movement brings challenges that must be resisted, for progress can only be made by letting go of what was and welcoming what is and what is yet to come. This marker is also an omen of change for the better. There we go. I rest my case, Pisces. Have a lovely month. Thank you so much for listening.